see a man with a black cape anywhere?
Oh.
Crazy looking guy.
No. Have you seen any airplanes flying by?
Airplanes?
Yes, by chance?
Airplanes? You certainly don't look like a crazy gold miner.
No.
We're not, this isn't Yosemite. Is this Yosemite Valley?
No, you mean Yosemite National Park?
Yeah.
No, we're very far away from Yosemite National Park.
Ah, hallelujah, I'm back!
Hi.
Oh, you don't know what I've been through, miss. It's been terrible. I've gone here and there.
Please call me Rachel.
Rachel.
Yes.
Forgive my manners. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you, Rachel. My name is Ray.
Oh, nice to meet you. Are you sure you haven't seen any airplanes flying by?
No, I haven't seen any airplanes. Why in the world are you looking for airplanes?
Oh, because they were spraying DDT several months ago in this whole bird sanctuary and marsh, and I'm here to take samples and to see what type of residue of the DDT is left.
Huh?
Yes, and I'm here to take samples so that I can find and see if there's any research to be done as far as finding residue from
Wait a
DDT.
minute. They sprayed DDT in this marsh?
Yes.
That is... It's outrageous.
Yes.
You can't spray DDT indiscriminately in a place like this. I mean, sure, it kills off all the mosquitoes, but it also kills off all the beneficial insects that eat the mosquitoes. Things like ladybugs, dragonflies, spiders,
Yes.
crane flies. It also kills off other beneficial insects, things like honeybees that pollinate crops and everything. It's ludicrous to spray insecticides in a bird sanctuary like this. In fact, you know what? It's not only a crime against nature, it's against the law. The use of DDT was banned in the United States in 1972. They can't spray DDT here.
How do you know so much about DDT, and why are you citing sites and dates from the future?
Future? No, don't tell me it happened again.
What?
Rachel, this is,
What?
God, you know, I forgot my watch, I forgot my calendar. You know what time, what year it is? What?
It's 1958.
1958.
Yes.
And you're Rachel?
Yes, Rachel
You're-
Carson.
You're
Yes.
Rachel Carson?
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting you.
Oh.
Your book, your last book was, first of all, it changed the way people looked at the environment and the relationship to the environment. It completely changed all the environmental laws that led to greater environmental protections. Your book is revolutionary, and I am a big fan of yours. Your book was revolutionary.
I would hardly call my book revolutionary. The Edge of the Sea. Are we talking about the same book?
Oh, Edge of the Sea, that's right. You haven't written yet. Wait a minute, this is 1958. Rachel, is this the Huckins March in Duxbury, Massachusetts? Or the Huckins Bird Sanctuary?
Why, yes, it is.
And you're here because Olga Huckins was outraged because they sprayed DDT here, and this was the key event that made you decide to. Ray, did you got a letter from Olga Huckins?
Yes, I did.
And she was complaining about all the DDT that was sprayed in this area, and you're here to investigate.
How do you know about my letter from Olga? And yes, I am here to take samples.
Yeah, because they were sprayed DDT indiscriminately in this marsh.
Exactly.
In this marsh right here.
Yes, all over the place, actually. All over the United States, they're spraying indiscriminately. In fact, the chemical companies keep telling us that the chemicals are safe, and yet I'm doing my research and finding that they're dangerous and that they're poisonous. And in fact, the chemical companies are telling us they're going to be making even more potent chemicals and spraying more often.
Well, that's why you're going to write a book about it, right? To share all this information with the world, right? Right?
Oh, I don't know about a book. I have so much to do, and I've got to get some samples over by the marsh here. I could use your help. Why don't you come with me?
Yeah, I get the help of Rachel Carson. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Rachel, if you were to write a book about the misuse of insecticides, you could make a big difference. You could teach all these individuals not to misuse insecticides.
Well, I'm not concerned about individuals using the insecticides. I'm concerned about the big corporations.
Well, yeah, true. The large chemical corporations are making the chemicals, but it's individuals that misuse them. Okay, where I come from, I know this sounds crazy. You can walk into a gardening store and find 25 50-pound sacks of insecticides. Now, what homeowner in this world is going to need 50 pounds of insecticides in their backyard? That's totally crazy. You know, the backyard is an ecosystem too, and when they use insecticides, it kills off 90% of what it will kill off will be beneficial insects. Only 10% will be the targets. I speak from example, Rachel. I've been running my own garden in my backyard and landscaping for my whole life, and I never use any insecticides. I do something that's called non-toxic gardening, okay? And that means that I simply have a little more tolerance for certain of the pest populations. If the aphids or the whitefly populations build up, I let them. That helps the beneficial insects that eat them, lets their populations build up. If I have a continual problem with these pest populations building up, it means I have the wrong plant in the wrong place, and I take it out and plant a different kind that's better suited for the climate. The other thing about non-toxic alternatives, I plant flowers in my yard that attract beneficial insects to my yard, so I don't have to use insecticides. You know, there's the California Environmental Protection Agency has a great website that teaches all about non-toxic alternatives. It's online.
What line?
Oh, that's right. You don't. Well, never mind. But you get my point, right?
Well, yes, I see your point, but who's going to want to read a book about insecticides? I mean, even my working title, The Control of Nature, just sounds so boring.
Well, see, Rachel, that's why what made your earlier books so popular is your love of nature you put in the books. So if you could do the same thing, people would love it. Well, let's start with, what is your favorite time of year?
Oh, well, springtime, of course. Oh, the birds are singing and the bees are humming and buzzing and the crickets are singing. It's just so wonderful.
That's right. I thought spring might be your favorite time of year.
Yes.
So tell me, if insecticides continue to be misused in areas like this, what are you going to miss most about the springtime?
Oh, I would just miss the sounds of the birds and the bees and the crickets. It would just be so quiet. And, oh, it would just be such a tragedy. It would be like a silent spring.
Now, Silent Spring. Now, that's the title of a book that I would read. Write that down.
Yes, Silent Spring. I have to talk to my editor about that. Yes. You have been so inspirational, Ray. And you look like you could enjoy a home-cooked meal. Why don't you come with me and join me up at the big house, and we'll have a nice cooked meal for you.
Oh, Rachel, I would be honored. I have so much to talk to you about, too. We got the samples. Let's go.
Yes, that would be wonderful. You are just so inspiring and knowledgeable. I'm just... love science and biology.
Yeah, I know.
And,
it's all part of the environment, chemistry,
Yes.
and people don't realize that. Oh no, it's happening again.
What?
Oh no, please don't take me away. This is Rachel Carson. I have so much to talk with her. Rachel Carson's my ear.
Oh, what was that? Was that a dream? Silent Spring. Silent Spring. I like that.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, what is this? First you throw me on a cliff, then you send me where there's a bunch of DDT, then you throw me out in the middle of the ocean where I almost drowned. What are you trying to do? Kill me? Hello? I'm listening. If you have any messages to convey, I'm all ears. Hello? Oh, forget it. All right. What year is this? What important historical figure are you? And what weighty environmental issue are you pondering over?
Boy, that oil must have gotten to your head. You're acting a little crazy.
Is that what this is? Oil? Oh, how did I get oil all over me? That's the last thing I need.
Well, it must have washed up on you from the ocean. I mean, we're still getting oil spills coming across from that oil spill several months ago in Santa Barbara. You realize that from that one oil spill, over 1 million gallons of crude oil was washed up across the ocean in some careless accident?
Wait. The Santa Barbara oil spill of January 29th, 1969, that's where I am? Oh. And you say it's about 3 or 4 months later after that? That happened on January 29th, so we're in the spring. Let me think. That was the largest oil spill ever up to that time in the history of the United States. And who are you?
Well, I'm Gaylord Nelson. Nice to meet you.
The Senator Gaylord Nelson?
Yes.
The founder of our... Oh, wait a minute. That's right. That's not till next year. Let me think. All right. Let me see. You flew out here to the West Coast because you wanted to see the devastation from the oil spill for yourself, and at this point you're feeling really frustrated because of all the environmental damage caused by this oil spill, aren't you?
Well, frustrated? You bet I'm frustrated. You realize that almost 4,000 birds died during that spill? Not to mention the unknown number of marine life that were killed. And you know what's really frustrating is people seem to care about the environment, but not the politicians.
Right, exactly. In the late 60s, there was an overwhelming public support. There is overwhelming public support because people are just fed up with all the environmental degradation, all the air pollution, the water pollution, and you are the one, you're going to bring it onto the political agenda so the politicians will know about that, right? You must have an idea. Oh, come on, you're a member of the U.S. Congress. You can't think of an idea. Look, you are the guy, aren't you, that after reading Rachel Carson's book, Silent Spring, you were the one that went to Congress in 1965 and you were the first one to introduce legislation to ban DDT, all right? So certainly you could think of an idea on how to raise a consciousness onto the...
I've been trying to come up with something, but I'm really having a hard time thinking about what to do.
Isn't it great in another few months? Oh, we're all gonna celebrate the 4th of July. Boy, I tell you what, whatever a member of the Congress thought of that was a genius. One day a year where all Americans can come together to celebrate their patriotic spirit. Boy, I'm sure it took a congressional act to do that. I tell you, that was a genius of an idea. Don't you think there, Senator?
Well, yeah, 4th of July, but you know, I got a lot of things on my mind, and I'm really not focusing on 4th of July right now. Well, I'll talk to you later. Nice meeting you. You know, what if there were one day set aside for the Earth, like the 4th of July?
Yes.
That people could really show that they care about the environment.
Yes.
Just one special day. You know, after all, positive change can only happen if people can really show that they care.
Yeah. Aha, you got it, exactly. A day for the Earth. Perfect.
An Earth Day.
Yes, an Earth Day.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
A day set aside for people to show they care about the environment. And then politicians will have to say, holy cow, people really care about this.
Yes. You got it.
When would we have this day?
Well, I'm thrilled. Yes, you know, spring was a favorite time of year for Rachel Carson. That's when the bees were humming and the birds were singing and the crickets were chirping and full of beautiful sounds. Why not in the springtime?
Yeah, springtime.
Yeah.
But what day in the spring?
When could we do this in the springtime? Well, okay, one of this country's first great conservationists was John Muir. John Muir is the guy that had a leading role in helping to preserve Yosemite National Park for generations to come. If it hadn't been for him and some others like John Conness, Yosemite national park could have been mined or deforested or totally ruined, but it was saved. Okay, John Muir's birthday is on April 21st, and in some areas it's celebrated every year. So why not have your Earth Day the day after on April 22nd? I mean, think about it. John Muir Day, April 21st, and the day after on April 22nd, we have the main act, Earth Day, celebrated all over the country. How does that sound? April 22nd.
Earth Day, I love that. You are a great inspiration,
Oh,
my
I'm
friend.
glad, but it's your idea, and I've just helped you get the inspiration. I'm so thrilled. One thing though, before I go, I want you to really think about it, Senator. I know you're going to go on this mission to create Earth Day, but remember, that most of the oil pollution in this country, studies have shown, it's not necessarily caused by corporations. Most of the oil pollution caused in this country, it comes from individuals. And I'm talking mainly do-it-yourself oil changers who do not properly recycle their used motor oil after they change it out of their engine. Now, it's real easy. If anybody needs to change their motor oil and get it recycled, all they need to do is call 1-800-CLEANUP to find their nearest oil recycling center. And, oh wait, that's right. You don't have toll-free numbers, but you will. Oh, you will. Oh, anyway, I'm glad I inspired you. I am famished. Is there any good places around here to eat?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact, there's one right here on the pier. Come on, why don't you join me for dinner?
Good.
And let's talk about this some more.
You know, I would. We have a lot to
Earth
talk
Day.
about. Yes, let's
what
go.
a great idea. I can't wait to get started on this.
All right, that's the spirit. Let's go. Woo! Come on, Senator. Oil spill. You know, it's called a awareness event. They call them precipitous events. Yeah. And did you?
The monster in the black hood.
Wait a minute. What do you mean the monster in the black hood? What are you talking about?
Well, I had this dream last night.
Uh-huh.
And in this dream, I saw this monster in a black hood. And I don't remember much else about the dream, but I do remember when I woke up, I had this feeling of hopelessness for the environment, that whatever I wanted to do would be a waste of my time.
Okay.
You know, and then this morning, I just felt like I was about to give up. Then I met you.
Okay, great. But why did you just think of the man in the black hood, the monster in the black hood? Why did you just mention it all of a sudden?
Because there he is.
Okay, Senator, you got a lot of work to do on Earth Day, okay? You go take care of Earth Day. It's a pleasure meeting you. You're awesome. Move ahead with Earth Day, all right? I'll take care of this. And remember, a guy named Dennis Hayes is going to come along, and he can really help you with your Earth Day plans. All right, Senator? Okay, get going. I'll take care of this.
Thank you very
See you
much.
later, Senator. It's great. Remember, Dennis Hayes.